Hi guys! First of all, a lot of you who know me know that, like in my last video, I said that I was going to go to college. And indeed, I am in college and I am in my dorm right now. And I'm going on my second trimester of this university. Now, there are a few things that really bug me. And I've noticed it in places like Stanford and like Princeton and all these other schools that I visited, and it's kind of the same thing all around. Now, we're going to pull the race card. No, I'm not racist. No, I'm not prejudice against anybody. Hey, you are who you are, whatever floats your boat, right? Well, what I've came to notice is that you get a lot of attention for being African American on a university. Good attention? No. Most of the time it's not good attention. And I'm at a university where there aren't that many African American people. And there's probably I'm the only one in my class who's African American. Or there's two of us in our class that's African American. And I knew there was, some people are going to say what they want kind of thing. But I noticed that it's 10 times worse than what I thought it was. Okay, so first of all, these college girls can be so freaking annoying. When I say these college girls can be freaking annoying, on my freshman orientation, there was this girl. She was really pretty. She had blonde hair, green eyes, and I can't remember her name, and if I did, I wouldn't say it on here. But this girl was having a tantrum. Because her dad bought her a red Ferrari and she wanted the blue one. Now, I don't know about you, but if that were me, I wouldn't care if that freaking thing were blue, purple, orange, freaking rainbow colored, freaking... We're going to use snail in this term. I don't care if it was a snail color, okay? I would take that car. I would be grateful for that car. And all she could do was complain because she didn't want the color. Now, that to me is a load of BS. And as far as racism goes, there's this one time where I went to go eat in the halls. We have this thing where we can go and we can eat at the halls. There was this girl, she was another African American, and she looked at me and she said, "Oh, you look like you're mixed with Asian, what are you?" And then these two Asian girls on the side of the table looked at me, rolled their eyes, and said nothing but, excuse my language, nothing but nachos and niggers. Okay, so that really pissed me off. And if you do anything about it, you're wrong. Or, you're wrong. Sometimes you just want to, walk up across the table and slap the hell out of somebody, but you can't, because then you would get in trouble, and then nobody would say that anybody did anything, just it's your fault because you started a fight or a confrontation. Not minding anything that they say to you, which is really dumb. One time, there was this guy who walked up to me and was telling me that, oh, if I could buy 12 of you, I would have 6 to myself and give something to everybody else. Now, I don't know about you, but that does not sound like a compliment. That sounds racist as hell. And that pissed me off. Let's see. One time, I thought, okay, so maybe let me make some new friends. So, here I am, trying to make some new friends. Okay, let me sit with everybody, can't be too bad, everybody's not like that. I've came to the realization whether they know it or not, odds are somebody is saying something that they don't mean to be offensive, but is really offensive. There was this one girl. She was Asian, and I was sitting with a couple of white people and, well, Caucasian people, and some friends I met in the group for, minority students. And this girl was telling me, because it was a program that I went to, she was like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? And then I told her, oh, I know them from my program. She looks at me and goes, oh, you mean that program with all the black people in it? And I was like my head slightly turned and looked at her like, and she just goes on and on. I guess she was trying to be friendly, but it just was not working out. It was just not working out. She was just like, I just seen these people, and there's this whole herd of black people, like flocking black people. And I was like, okay. I just wish somebody on the side of her would say, hey, shut up. You kind of sound like a jackass, but nobody said anything because they thought that was kind of the normal thing to do. So I went to my psychology class today. I was the only black person out of 100 students. I'm not racist, but again, it doesn't make me feel comfortable. And it's kind of a shame too, because I don't see many African American people here. And the ones who are here, it's kind of hard to really see them because there's so few, so it doesn't seem like there's any at all. That to me is heartbreaking. And the racism doesn't just go with, Caucasians or the Asian people or things like that. It's actually races in themselves who are denying the races to try to be Caucasian. Okay, so I'm at Walmart, and my friend, we'll just call her Bubbles. Okay, so my friend Bubbles, she was in Walmart. No, excuse me, not Walmart. Target. It was Target. And some Caucasian, she was very old, she was an elderly woman, walks up to her and asks her, is that all her real hair? When she looks at her and she goes, yes, it's all my real hair, the lady puts her hands in this girl's hair and shakes it around. And you know what Target says? Oh, please just don't say anything. Are you sure you want to report it? We just got back on our feet. I mean, what kind of bull crap is that? See, people don't understand how it feels. Don't understand how degrading that is. How you don't see anything is wrong with that. Okay, and first of all, let me just get this out there. I am a person who loves anybody for who they are. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation. It doesn't care if you've had a sex change or not a sex change, or if you freaking love doing animals for a living. Hey, I'm not the one to judge. I don't have any right to judge. I shouldn't be, I'm not going to be that person that says, hey, I think you're doing that and it's wrong. But you know what? This is wrong. This right here, this is wrong. Okay, so people always complain, oh, whoa, that was 200 years ago. Nobody's racist anymore. Get over it. Hell no, it is still not equality for everyone. And you know what I mean. You're going to get judged for the color of your skin. And it kind of shames me because I'm just like, person walks up to me and asks me if I got in for a sport. Automatically walks up to me, hey, what sport do you play? I never played any sports in my life except softball in high school. And that was for a couple of semesters. what are you talking about? I came in here for a sport. Like, okay, a lot of you guys would think that I'm overreacting. I am not. I'm not overreacting. Okay, these people, seriously, like, I remember first coming into this school. I love this school. I feel so blessed, that I'm in a university. I love being able to provide for my family as a person. Because people who would know me, you would know that I am a first generation student to ever go to a university in my household. Okay, but I remember my professor was talking to me one time. And this is ethnic studies, and there was a whole class of African American students from the program that I had went to. And I was kind of baffled a little bit because we talked about things that we already know. Things that we already know that we're going to get followed in a store and be suspected of being theft or a murderer or a killer or a jailbait or a basketball player. Hey, you guys won't deny it, but it's true. That's what it's claimed as. Like, if you're a tall black guy, then obviously you played basketball or football or something to get into university. That's the way people see it, and it's kind of pissing me off. Anyways, I was talking to my professor. He looks at me and he goes, "What can we do? What can we do about this situation?" And I looked him in the eye and I said, "You can put a whole classroom of African American and mixed students in a room and tell us something we already know. Now, how about getting a Caucasian person, an Asian person, anybody of a different ethnic background, put them in the classroom, make them understand how they're advantaged and understand why we are at a disadvantage. Okay, there's no freaking property coming down, handed to me generation, no help from this, no help from that, no help from this, and everybody just assumes that you're at that same level of wealth because they're so ignorant to everything else. Like, it's actually kind of stupid, but it's the truth. That's the truth. People are ignorant towards the world, basically, because they've literally been taught to kind of look the other way. To kind of, everybody has an equal opportunity to succeed. That is not true. Okay, these applications, all this crud that I did, cost money, and even my financial aid did not cover it. Okay, this stuff is serious. This stuff right here is, if your parents or you don't have the money in the first place to even apply to the schools, how the hell would you have a fighting chance?